All right, we are expecting Ron to be here soon, but for some reason he's having some technical difficulties trying to get his hard drive working, and it's taking a good while for him to get it done and stuff. So we want to welcome everybody here for intermission transmission. Um, my name is I am the master player, Bobby Burgess, and we're hoping that we might be able to get it. We might have like a start real soon. We're waiting on Ron to finish doing what he's gotta do and stuff, and it's taking him a long time for him to do it and stuff. I just need to do about a few things since I'm just gonna be using my computer for what I want to do. It would be because there are better boxes. It's just okay. Why is it doing it? Why is it not recognizing? There it goes. You might be having some. Oh, there he is. You're late.
Yeah, I know it, Bobby. I do have a bad thunderstorm here. I did tell you that, right?
Yeah, you did tell me that. Yeah, that I was just gonna
Not
be
right
able
now.
to tell
TV.
that.
Amazing I'm on anyway because TV is cutting out, so who knows how long this will last.
Yeah.
So if I cut out, then that's what happens. You can keep it going on your end, though. You don't have to end it on my account. Just keep it going. Just talk about whatever.
I'm just.
But yeah, I tried to get here, and I had to find the cord for these other headphones. These are much better fitting than the ones with the loose piece. So let me see now. Jenny said she might be able to stop by tonight. So
okay, so I can send Jenny
send
the
her
link.
and then send her a link at least. I don't know if she'll be able to, but she said she might try in between work just to fill in. Did I hear another show going?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want that going. No, come on. Yeah, don't have that other show going. Mute that. Of course, we don't have anyone here tonight. Everyone's off.
Yeah. Yeah, storms in the area is really not that good.
We'll take a look at my weather and see what I'm dealing with. Major thunderstorms.
Yeah, it's.
I'm even surprised I still have power, so if that goes out, well, that'll be it. Oh, what did I lose the comments there? That's weird. We got two people watching. Not here, though. I mean, it says two people on YouTube, but I don't see them here. Huh. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is where when he's.
I can't see nothing.
He's finally lit.
Oh, you got mine? Is that me?
That's your winner.
Oh wow! Yeah, no wonder why I'm having this lightning.
Yeah,
and it's a little tough out there. I wouldn't want to be out there, having to be out there for any reason.
Oh wow, it's going to be all throughout the night too.
Yep. That bucket's going to be filled. I'm probably going to have to go dump it.
Yeah, that's good that you didn't do your drive today.
Remember I showed you that bucket?
Yeah, you show me. Yeah, man. Hang on. I need to get it
You can show
first.
that. You can show that video actually of it, and I had muted the TV and shared the audio so you can actually hear it.
Hang on. I'm just getting it
So
right now.
I was asleep this morning, right? And I had Parking Wars on, and I dreamed about my car getting a ticket and getting a boot and getting towed several times in my dream. And then I wake up and I notice there's this guy on there that's getting his car booted again, but it was just a backlog of the system information. They didn't have it up to date, and
Yeah.
they
Okay.
didn't. They didn't
Let
declare.
me show them right now this video. I hate to say this,
Now,
but this will need to be patched real soon.
now, if that bucket was not there, that whole carpet would be wet. I mean, bad.
Oh
So,
yeah.
I showed you the crack before.
Yeah.
I'm not sure
I
where the
just need
water's.
to.
I'm
I
not
just
sure
need to.
where.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm not sure where the water is coming in at. That's why I can't get it fixed. I can't get it fixed. I don't know. If I knew exactly where it was, I could get some patch stuff on it. But I'm not going to get up on the roof. You're out of your mind. I can't do that. I can
Yeah.
reach. I can reach the area that's lower that I think it's coming from, possibly. But I'm not sure if it's coming from there though. See, that's the problem. So I don't want to try to patch it and then it still leaks, and I certainly don't want to patch the ceiling and then of course we still got the leak. That ain't gonna help it. So we got to make sure the leak is stopped before we can do anything else.
Yeah.
Hey, we got 3 people watching now. What's going on?
It's just Oh, Devin. No guests, but you are cordially invited to join in. Let me try to find you.
Someone's watching you on Twitch even.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Kevin is welcome if he's watching. Hey, Kevin, what's going on? Haha. Hey, so I had a question last week. I came up at the last minute before I fell out and went to sleep. Always good when you come up with ideas like that. When
There
like
was an
in your case, Kevin, if you take your Ambien like I do, 30 minutes, you're out, right? Not that I'm giving away any trade secrets here. What are you messaging me for, Bobby? You're right here.
No, I was no, I was talking about if he wants to be on a panel. I messaged him the link,
Okay.
the invite link.
Okay. All right.
Um,
So anyway, the
but
question that I had, Kevin, is name 3. I mean, you might have more than 3, but name 3. Let me get back to the show now. Hold on. Now I lost the show. Okay, there we are. Name 3 things that you can list politely, that drives your passion for what you do. Or maybe in your case, 3 things that drives your passion to stay the hell away from it. Either way you want to do it. Things that drive you to what you're researching are things that drive you away from not wanting to touch it at all. Okay, in the conversation. You know what I mean? So think about that and come up with 3 answers for us tonight. And that's for anyone watching that might have that option. And if you might have that opportunity to share. Now, if you do want to be on the show, you can pop in chat and say, hey, I want to be on the panel. Get your contact information to Bobby. and we can get you on the show.
Mhm.
All right, that's why he's here as the producer. That's why he's the one that runs the show. Because I don't want to be sitting here talking to you and trying to get everybody to get in here.
Yeah.
There you go. Send Kevin the link on Messenger.
Check your messenger. I already sent it. Check your
Oh,
message.
that's what that was. Okay, got you. That was the group chat, Kevin. You sent that link to. I was trying to figure out why it was flashing on my taskbar up on top. So I looked at my internal drive on this laptop, and guess what? It's almost full. I don't know why. Could be all the music I'm playing on Mixler. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's time for you to get a like another hard drive or something.
Yeah, there is. Amazingly, it's funny because there's some that say that you can't change the hard drive on this, you know, but yet at the same time, videos that I see says that I can, which I did open it up when I changed the battery. If you remember last time, when I opened it up and I changed the battery, and I actually got another hard drive that I had purchased for this, or actually it was the second hard drive for the desktop. And that thing was like expensive, you know. It's 1 terabyte Samsung SSD to 980, right? And the
Okay.
M.2 drive, you know what I mean? And so it was that special purchase that I got, and I was going to add it to the desktop, but now I'm thinking, heck, I can. Okay, what's going on, Kevin?
Yeah, he'll be there in about 15 minutes.
All right, yeah, we'll still be here as long as the power don't kick me out. But Bobby should still be here anyway, even if I do get kicked out. Bobby, promise me
Yeah.
you'll keep the show going.
Yeah, I'll make sure I'll be able to keep the fort running and stuff.
Because if I lose power or something like that, well, that's going to cut my internet off, and I won't be on the show, obviously. But I would
Yeah.
like to keep going, and that right now I got my TV running on the internet because the signal is no good otherwise. And so, not that I'm really watching a TV, but I need it on anyway because I gotta have like 4 or 5 things running at once just to keep my mind entertained. So anyway, as I'm dreaming this dream this morning, I'm kind of like in between asleep and awake, and it feels like I'm wrestling with somebody. I wake up with a sore hand and cramped, like I was hanging on to somebody, like I was really mad or something. I don't know what. But what woke me up was that damn bucket. You heard the drip sound on the video. You can hear it clearly. And that's what I hear all night long on the training. Drip, 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 drip. It dripped pretty good. Uh, so if anybody knows how to fix a leak on the roof, come on over. I mean, I'll get you a beer or something like that at the bar. I'll buy you lunch and a beer or whatever. But yeah. So hey, you can stay here right under the leak if you wanted to sleep right under the leak. Make sure it's not leaking anymore. There you go. That's a good way to test it. No, I just don't know. I see 2 places where it could be leaking. I also have the backside of the house and the kitchen that has the same problem. So I'm halfway suspecting it's the in between the siding of the upstairs bedroom where the rain hits it just right, and it goes in between the siding and the roof, and it drains down. But that'd be a heck of a travel to drain straight down and right there. But then if it's the other section where I'm thinking about, then it could definitely be right there which it would be just short about 6 inches in and dripping right in there, which that could be too. So, but anyway, I don't know, how's this mic sound? Does it sound all right? I don't know about these headphones. They sound way different than the other ones, but at least they're not flopping around on my head. What are you doing?
Oh, nothing. I was got something always in my mind. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep everything stable. I just get like so overexcited at some things I could try to make things work. And half the time that might be possible because usually I mean you can do whatever you want on your phones and on like your if you have a computing tablet.
Yeah.
But when it comes to boxes like Roku's or Android boxes or Fire Sticks, it
Huh.
might be a whole different story because usually they're not supposed to be truthfully they're not supposed to be designed for any gaming. They're supposed to be
Yeah.
meant for like regular streaming and stuff.
Okay.
It's usually either the Nvidia Shield or your computer is the easiest way to go when it comes to gaming.
Yeah. Watching
Especially
on.
if you have Kodi. If you got that Kodi Media Center, the computer's the way to go.
Yeah.
That's what I've always been told.
So anyway, I'm watching On Patrol Live, and they had the Toledo police on the scene, and the car number that I'm looking at, couldn't believe this one, 333, which you don't usually see the same number repeated for the car number, which I thought well, at least it wasn't 666, I guess.
Oh no. I
But
think I've seen that
333,
number before. I've seen it before.
yeah. But
It's a
usually when
it's
you
a
see a
it's a
number,
rare
uh,
yeah, go yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna say when you see a triple number like that, usually it's a sign and trying to tell you something.
Yeah, when you see a triple number or a triple letter, or let's say you have like a personalized plate, and even though it costs money, you can get like a personalized plate, and it's like no hose bar. But yeah, but regular tax is mostly the way to go because the police can identify it so easy.
Well, I don't have any personalized plate. I don't buy into that crap.
Yeah.
My registration is going to cost enough as it is. Excuse me.
And speaking of it, at the beginning of the year, I gotta renew my ID.
Oh no! Well, don't you
I'm
get
gonna
that
see.
free?
I'm gonna see about doing the appointment thing because if you do the appointment thing, you'll be able to skip the line and you have to don't have to worry about being like getting mad or angry like this and stuff. You have to wait
Yeah.
about 5 freaking hours before you're next in line.
Oh boy. Yeah. No, I
There's a
don't
lot
have
of
that
people that
trouble
get it.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah, here, Bobby, we don't have the trouble in small area. I just got to go in the courthouse in Wyndham, and then I might have to wait in a small line, maybe 2 or 3 people. But you just pay your whatever it costs for the license, for the driving license, and then you renew it, and that's good enough. That's all you got to do.
yeah,
And of course, last time she did that, and then the computer went down.
yeah.
I think you might remember me talking about that. I was
I-
talking about technology issues, and then a driver's license office or the courthouse computer goes down,
Oh yeah,
and right when I'm trying to renew my license, they're like, "Oh great!"
yeah,
And so finally they got it done and got it up and running. I had to come back the next day though to get it done.
yeah.
And
Aren't you glad you don't have food stamps? Because I just got a text saying that they found some skimmers
oh no,
on some of the oh yeah. And you gotta
hmm,
change that pin, otherwise it's you're just gonna be screwed.
Don't do it. Don't do it. And they would, the county would never do that to you. Yeah. Just think of it like this. Would the county do that? And the answer is no. Okay. Uh, I would say 99.9% of the time, and don't quote me on this, but you can check it if you want. And just so I don't get hit for disinformation, right?
Right.
99.9% of the time, I would maybe 100% of the time, the county worker or the county office, your caseworker, they are not going to send you a text like that, okay? Unless you have it set up that way. Now, if you have it set up that way, then you know that who's sending you the text, and you understand that it's that person that's sending it, and not just some random text. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so, just like if you have someone that calls you on the phone and says, "Oh, you gotta pay this for this and this and this." I had somebody trying to get me to pay for a car payment when I got a car that I let go, and they came and got it and took it away and resold it after they fixed it up and resold it, and they expect me to still pay for it. And this is how many years after the amount of time that it's even allowable for them to get the money from it. So in other
Yeah.
words, after 6 years in Minnesota, the car loan is like a personal loan, okay? What they have in the
Yeah.
rules about a personal loan, if it's after 6 years, they're done. They can't really get it. And so they kept trying to tell me this and that and the other thing. And what I did is I did some retracing of where the phone call was coming from. And it was from a coffee shop in the courthouse of, I think, like Dallas, Texas, or someplace like that. And it's like, well, first of all, I'm not going to go to Dallas, Texas. And when I did finally talk to the person on the phone the one time, I said, I tell you what, you send me the original contract with the paperwork and the court order, then we'll talk. Right? That's what I said. That never
Yeah.
happened. And like I said, it's way after the 6 year limit that they allow for the collections.
I'm gonna
So,
send you something on Skype because I got this the other day on Tuesday. Something about police support, and maybe you might be able to do a lookup for me because
oh yeah, you got to be careful with that too. Yeah, don't. They're trying to get everyone on who has Social Security. And again, if the police are asking for your support, most likely they'll come to your house and knock on your door and say, "Hey, I'm with this such and such police department, your local police department,"
and
and
they
they'll be
actually get a
asking for,
warrant. If you don't have a warrant, you can't come in. I've been watching some YouTube videos that will tell you if you don't have a warrant, get out.
yep, yep. But if they are asking for funds, then they'll be going house to house. You'll see them. They'll be in uniform, okay, and you'll be able to verify who they are.
Yeah.
Okay,
So I
now
sent you
that's not
the
always,
so I sent you the number on the Skype
yeah,
that you can check later.
yeah. Now that's not always 100% proof or true, but I would say that's pretty much the way it is most of the time. Okay, and if somebody calls and they're threatening you to send money for a fine you have, don't do it. They're not going to call you on the phone for the money. That's not the way that they do business.
Yeah.
And if your uncle is getting harassed like that in that way, it's because you guys are at risk. Basically, we're all at risk if we're on Social Security or we're not working anymore, we're retired or whatever the situation is. You're on county services or help with your local area, then you're at risk. People know your number. They just had a thing where they hacked into the um, Hennepin County services or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And so everybody's number and name, and this was a while back, and everyone's number and name and everything was right at that person's fingertips, and they got all of the phone numbers, everything, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then some other places was hacked into the one insurance place, medical insurance place. Matter of fact, I'm part of that deal there. Pharmacy was having a hell of a time trying to clear that up because somebody hacked into the information for everyone that was a client of this one pharmacy, or the not pharmacy, but the insurance thing. I can't remember the insurance now, but then they finally cleared that, United Health or something like that, maybe. But anyway, they had to clear that up and because people weren't able to get their medication because, well, it was, luckily I was able to, but I'm
Yeah,
just saying that some people weren't able to. And
yeah.
that's a serious business because people are hacking into stuff. Major companies. AT&T got hacked into a little while back.
And
And
you know what's
so,
another one that got hacked? Is the Amateur Radio Relay League that also got hacked.
hey, Maria.
The resource for all amateur radio news in the U.S. they got hacked as well.
Wow. So, Maria, do you remember my question from last week? And actually, you can join us if you want.
Yeah.
Good to see you. At least you can join us for a little bit while you're still awake and while I still have power. Still don't know how long
Yeah,
we'll be able to keep
we're
power.
supposed to be having cabin at any given moment. But like I said, Maria, you can join if you so wish.
Yeah.
Oh, I sent you one more number anyway. It's now this one didn't even have a voice. I just say hello, hello, well, and he just hung his ass up.
What now?
Yeah, so there's actually one more number that I sent you on a Skype. Check your Skype, Maria. Check your Skype. Um,
Oh yeah. And I
yeah,
told you about the
yeah,
Feed
but this,
Foundation.
yeah, hold on. Um, so this one, I answered. I said hello. There was nothing. I kept on saying hello, and then about a few seconds later, he just hung up.
Yeah, they're not much for talking usually, and I don't know what they're trying to do exactly, but sometimes with you just answering a call can put your number at risk. Okay. For instance, they can clone your number and then they use your number to make calls. Okay. They've
You might
done.
have to scroll. No, scroll down, Maria. Scroll down. The link is there. Scroll down. Scroll down with your Skype.
Yeah, Maria, if you can get in here, you'll get Friday night special pay.
Yeah,
So,
she didn't even think about scrolling down. You need to scroll down scroll down to the recents so that you'll be able to get the link. Sorry, I just found one. Yeah, okay, now she's recognizing it.
okay.
There's the barn burner.
Hey, Maria, what's going
Sorry
on?
about that. I was
Oh,
looking at the YouTube link and not what Bobby sent me.
hey, and then Marco's in here, so your hair looks fabulous. I'll say it
Oh,
first.
thanks. I'm not wearing black and I don't have a hat on, so
That's
we're
right.
good.
You almost look like a
Yeah,
regular person. What the
we're
hell?
supposed to have
Yeah.
Kevin coming anytime soon, but I don't know where Kevin is at.
So remember my question last week, Maria?
Well, I have to say that Ron, I was asleep by 8:30 last Friday.
Oh boy.
So
Okay, then
no,
the week
I don't
before.
remember.
Then you were
So
on the
no.
week before, right?
Yes, the week before.
Okay.
Yes.
That's right, 'cause we had Commander Cobra last week. Yeah, you missed that. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, when Charles told me that, I was like, son of a bitch. I missed the whole thing.
Yeah, we had fun
How's
though.
he doing? Is he great
He's
as
doing
usual?
great. Yeah. Yep.
Good.
He's doing really well, and of course it was good to be able to talk to him at Pine Bush quite a bit, you know. And if you go back
He's
and look at
not
my Rumble,
retired at all, has he?
well, he's retired from the military basically,
Okay.
but he's having fun with doing his private work that he does.
Wonderful.
And we
Wonderful.
can't really talk about all that he does because he has private
No,
stuff. He
no,
has
that's true.
security things that he's working on that he can't discuss. So, but he was still able to talk about some fun things. And
Well,
if you
good.
go back and look on my Rumble and you look at when I talked to him for like about 20 minutes on the main street of the Pine Bush Fair, I was sitting down with PG. We were sitting there. We were just talking to Commander Cobra about different things, events that he was involved with, and he was just talking about some crazy talk. But go back and listen. You'll have to listen to it yourself and get the whole feel about the conversation. That's on Rumble, and
I
you
forgot
can,
you were on Rumble. I'll have to find you.
yeah,
I don't. Rumble and my laptop don't do well together, but Rumble
not
and
too
my
good phone. You can do it on the
phone does
phone.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, you can find it on the phone pretty easy if you got the Rumble app. It's pretty easy.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
you missed today's show. You
and then
missed
there's the
today's show.
Rumble Studio. Before I do the right Rumble, we couldn't even get that to work.
Mm,
I mean, I
yeah.
still got the app on my phone, but yeah.
So yeah, the show today on MWAT was uh, Oopie's birthday.
Oh,
Right.
wonderful.
And
Wonderful.
so
Wonderful.
so Oopie had found a few poems. I don't know if she wrote them or she found them, but they Amanda created a whole music show based on the poems,
Oh, wow.
and
That's
Amanda
fantastic.
even read some of the poems. So
Amanda,
yeah, she read the
she
poems out
has the
out
most
loud.
amazing voice for a woman. And I'm going to tell you, I can't, I'm awful about this. And there are women that do a lot of sports. I can't
Yeah,
handle that twang that they have taught them. I just, I don't know. It's like a nasal thing.
yeah,
But
yeah.
Amanda doesn't have that because she didn't go through school to get
That
her speaking
degree. Yeah,
voice. Yeah,
yeah.
that Washington speaking voice. So yeah,
No, no, she just got that Halifax, Nova Scotia sound. That's all.
it's funny you say Halifax because
Yeah.
in a where I work, the county that I work, they have a little community called Halifax.
Oh no,
They sure do. Yep,
that's in Canada though. That's not here. So,
they've got
but
it
so now the
there.
question they asked a few weeks ago, I think. The week before Commander Cobra, I think. Maybe I asked it last week. I don't know. I can't remember what I did. Uh,
Yes, that was
so,
last week. That happens with age. I understand.
but
I am
the
there with you.
question I asked was I asked for you got, or maybe I asked it on a different thing. It was throughout the week that I asked it or something. Hey RL, how you doing? I asked a question about coming up with 3 things that drive your passion for what you are really crazy about. Now don't get weird on me, like whatever, personal stuff like that. You know what I mean? But like now, even you can even go the opposite direction, or maybe go both directions, but talk about things that make you really insane when you have a passion for something, or things that drive you away from something that you used to be interested in. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So, can you come up with 3
Ooh, I don't know about 3.
or something
Um,
that you really care about? Something that really just drives you crazy. And it doesn't have to be personal. Don't get personal.
no, I
Just
get
talk
that.
about.
I can remember my passion for the paranormal. Of course, you've got family. You've got to take care of your children.
Oh yeah.
So, like, my passion with him was, with my child, was to make sure he experiences everything that might interest him, because you don't know what your child's going to want to do with their life unless you present everything, every possibility to them. So, that was a passion of mine. I tried to make sure that he was exposed to everything, whether it was religion, science, whatever. Um, but he's ended up, following the, firefighter path, which
Hmm.
I'm great with. Another passion, the paranormal thing. It was like that was wonderful for me. All of it. Because that reaches out to so many different fields.
Hmm.
Um, Lots of different fields. The Everything in the paranormal field, um, is related, and I don't care if
Yeah.
it's Bigfoot, UFO, or just
I
your
agree with that
normal,
100%. Yeah.
haunting. It's
Hmm.
it's it's all together. Um, so that's a great passion of mine. Of course, I've had to, like, curb, just kind of like calm that down,
Yeah.
and stop it. But there's other stuff. Number 3 with it. Number 3 is everything else that connects. Hey, Rockstar. Everything else that connects without that. Uh, all the different views of religion,
Okay.
the beginnings, the
Uh-oh.
origins, all that stuff. Oh, look, there's Mr. Hale. Bow down, Bobby. You're supposed to, like, do this.
Oh,
Mr. Ambien, how you doing?
yeah. I just know
Ooh,
Kevin. Hell yeah.
But go ahead, Maria. Finish your thought there.
no, it's just all of it connects. Religion,
Uh-oh.
paranormal, all of it.
What did you bring?
It's all a connection. So
Okay, I agree with that, and I
look,
thought
Kevin's
about
like trying to. Are you trying to fix my hair, or are you, like, fixing your own?
Trying.
What's
I
going on?
jumped in the shower, so
Oh yeah, yeah.
well, I'm glad you dressed before you got here. That's good. 'Cause that would be terrible.
I mean, I can do it all
He can do
over.
the naked thing.
Bring the camera
That's
in the
right.
on the top of the shower or the curtain.
Mhm.
You know, the bar. What do you call it? Rod.
Yeah. Apparently,
You do
it's
all
Ufi's
part.
birthday, and we don't know. She's not in chat. Rockstar's here.
Hey,
RL's here.
Rockstar.
Where's
What
Ufi? Is
She's
she,
not
like,
here yet.
partying without us?
No, I don't know. She's.
what time zone is
Ufi?
Goofy in?
I
Like
don't know. She's on an
Central
asteroid.
Europe, summertime.
She's on an
So,
asteroid. She's mining on an asteroid.
did you literally say the time zone is summertime, Bobby?
Yeah. In Europe, it's called summertime. They don't say daylight savings and stuff. And what's up, Maureen?
Hey, Lorraine. Oh, no, wait a minute. You need to go to the comment above that. Rockstar's comment.
Let me see these comments.
Yeah.
Is he? Yep. Yeah, highlight that one, Bobby. Highlight that. There you go. There you go.
rock stars
Thank you,
high, just like
Rockstar.
the rest of us,
Perfect.
so we're good.
Yeah. So now, Maria, did you, even though you've been dialing back this whole paranormal stuff, because, well, kind of drove you crazy probably, but you just thought, no, this is getting too close or whatever personally, so you decided to dial it back, and that's fine. The question that I have is when you went to that contact at the compound with Tiffany and Kevin and
Mhm.
Brent and some of the others that were there,
my
pretty big names, that were there.
Yeah.
What was your
And
opinion about that whole event? Did you have anything weird happen then?
no, there wasn't anything
Personally,
weird that happened then. I got to meet Terry Lovelace in
right?
person, and
No,
he
I
is as
interviewed him twice. Yeah,
yes, and he is as wonderful in person as he is in an
that's
interview.
good. That's good.
Micah, I got to meet him. That was great. Um, he's so much fun. Oh my gosh, the
Yeah,
energy that man has. If I could put it in a can and use it when I needed to, that would be great.
yeah.
Well, when would you need to use it?
When I'm with you, I'm
She's
just
trying to
saying.
keep you straight. There you go.
No, not trying to keep him straight, just trying to keep up with him.
So we're not good enough to have the candles lit. I don't see the color candle. It
Oh,
usually have
where's
lit.
Pauline's candle?
I don't
Oh,
see my logo on the screen. What the hell are you doing, Kevin? You're falling apart
Queen
here.
Colleen's
All
candle.
right, I'll do that for you. Hold on, let me see.
No logo.
Yeah.
We're doing
Yeah,
the
he always
channel. That was pretty good.
he puts the Errt Radio logo on the big screen. That's the backdrop, so it looks pretty darn cool. He does have
Just
the
like
one
he
candle
does
with
with the
that thing.
Universal Secrets.
I put me on the big screen just to make me
No,
look bigger.
oh no, oh
There you go. That's what you need to do.
no. Because he 10% bigger, right, Kevin?
It's good to see you here tonight, Lorraine. I've not seen you in a while.
Yeah, we got
There you
some. There you go. That
There we
looks
go.
cool. Doesn't that look cool? That
So,
looks awesome.
hockey, Canada is like kicking ass right now. That's
Oh,
just
okay.
Do what?
Now the
hockey.
women's hockey,
Who cares about
the
women's hockey? I'm
well,
talking about what's going on right now. Stanley Cup, last game. It's gonna happen.
but the women's hockey, the team from Minnesota beat Toronto,
That's
and
awesome.
the thing is that was the first women's professional hockey championship, so first one ever. So they won it from here, and then we have a swimmer that's in the Olympics, by the way.
Oh.
Regan
Well, that's
Smith.
great.
Regan Smith. Yeah, and that's a local one here in Minnesota.
Oh, Lorraine, honey, I'm so
Wow.
sorry.
Is it
Oh,
like
no.
like the fire? Is that like I don't know what I'm trying to say.
It was like it was earlier this
like
year.
oh, okay.
Yeah, they've kicked back up
Oh
again.
no. Well, yeah,
It's
keep your
just that
watch.
at this time we're not getting the smoke down here,
Mm-hmm.
and it's crazy to think that what was happening.
I mean, she might have to leave. I mean, that tells
Yeah.
me how close it is.
Yes, that
Good
just
luck there.
so scary.
Now in northern Minnesota, we have flooding. We have the rivers that are flooding. I got water in the basement. Not too bad right now, but we got
12 miles away. Jeez, girl,
Oh, wow.
leave now. Get out of there.
Yeah,
Go now.
Yeah, what's
Now.
the timing? I mean, how quick is it spreading?
It doesn't. Do you remember when Bobby and Ron won't remember this, but do you remember hearing about the Gatlinburg fires a couple of years ago, Kevin?
I don't think.
Is that
There
the
was-
one that made the hazy sky and stuff all around New York?
No,
and
that
stuff?
was from Canada.
That
right?
was Canada. That was Canada.
I don't never remember.
I mean, it got to here in Kentucky.
Oh yeah, we had smoke for a month. I think it
hectares
was.
is acres. Hectares is acres. That's like the acre, like the measurement for acres.
Yeah.
I gotta Google that. How does that translate? don't know.
Yeah.
With all due
But
respect.
no, I can remember. I remember
Oh
when they were
no.
talking about the Gatlinburg fires, and this was down in Tennessee, and they sent out no warnings. You know how on your phone you'll get an Amber Alert, you'll get something like that. What's going on? There were people in Gatlinburg, and they never got a warning saying evacuate, to leave. And
Wow.
the only reason they left those places because they saw the glow of the fire in
Getting
the
close. Yeah.
distance,
Yeah.
and it kept getting brighter. So that's when they tried to leave, and these people were trapped trying to go down a road, and both sides was nothing but fire. So, Lorraine, honey, just pack your shit and go, honey. Don't even, just don't even think about it. Just leave.
Yep. And hopefully everything will be
Yeah.
safe and you'll be able to get back later.
At least they've got some type of warning, or she's aware of it. I'm just,
Mm.
there's a
Well,
lot
you
of
have
people.
you have New Mexico that's on fire now,
Yes.
and recently it was not even contained, 100% non-contained, and it just burning out of control. And they had people
Lorraine,
evacuating.
honey, just go right now. Just
And then
please don't wait. Just leave,
She
please.
heard
yeah,
you.
don't worry about.
Just
She
take
heard you the
everybody
first.
out and put the pedal to the metal.
Yeah, just go.
And just let us know that you're okay when you get back.
Yeah, just leave. We love you. Just go.
Or
Go.
if you get to a place and you're safe, then let us know you got to that
If
place.
you
where you're
leave
safe.
and you come back and everything's fine, I don't care. Just go. Yeah, don't go to the sun shelters. Just go somewhere. You can sleep in your vehicle. You're good. Just go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here we're talking about things burning, and Maria has that name.
Barn burner. Not hanging out long. Not hanging out long.
Right.
That's always going to be the problem. It's pets.
So, but if you
No,
look at the if you look
well,
at the fire map for
that's
look at
the same thing that I have to go through, Lorraine. I've got animals, and I can't. You just can't take your animals into a shelter, and so
Right.
yeah, just park it down the road somewhere. Just go, just drive.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't have any trouble when I drove to Pine Bush.
I don't know
when
why
I
they
did.
can't. I don't know why that's a rule and stuff. I think if you got pets, they should at least not just try to accept pets, but do
They
accept them.
they want you to drop them off at a animal shelter, and
Yeah,
then
good luck
but
getting them back.
no, that ain't happening. Yeah, pay to get them back. That's not
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
Okay, so Maria got almost done with her 3 things that she's passionate about, what drives her passion, right?
Oh,
So
what's my
Kevin,
Kevin
if you
showed
have
up, so
another,
I think I need to change my third one to Kevin. Is that what I'm supposed to
okay,
do?
all right, that's fair enough.
Blah.
So you got 3, right? You got 3 taken care of. Okay, Kevin, now you gotta go. You got three things. Remember I asked you that? You got 3 things that you're passionate, and what drives your passion for things that you want to study or share, or like your say your Universal Secret show, for instance. That would be one, right? And
I don't know if that's honestly. I don't know if it's a passion. I mean,
well,
right
you're
now,
there. You're
no, I enjoy doing the show, but
well. That's what I
yeah,
mean by that passion. The word passion.
passion. It's family first.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm at the point of my life where, I mean, my grandson's in the living room,
Right.
and he says when he's coming over, that kind of thing, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. No, I guess there's probably some passion to the. Yeah, I still enjoy sports, music.
Right. You're what was the one
Shooting.
the one show you had on Sunday
shooting,
night
yeah.
you did?
Or that's round of shots.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Shoot from the lip, or no, shoot from the hip, or what? Shoot from the lip.
Shooting
I don't know.
from the lip. I I haven't done that in a while.
You had one black guy
a
that
show
was.
before COVID, right?
It kind of, because I was doing it on location at a bar, and
Oh wow!
because it was really catered to kind of the Louisville scene here in town with music, arts,
Right.
just Louisville local personalities. So they'd all come and I'd record it, and I had to, once COVID hit, I kind of put that on the shelf, and
It all stopped. Yeah.
Mm.
Hopefully, we won't get in trouble for saying that word.
What word?
Some people do. Some people do.
Now, hold on. So, Lorraine, if you want to, I think I still got your information on Skype. We can create a special group to keep us updated, or you could use the guild chat, which is a private chat on the Skype, which means you might get invited by Oofy in order to visit the chat.
So then you got your grandson. That would probably be your priority.
No,
right?
I'm more fascinated about the toilet tank thing. What is that? Your toilet tank contains clean water until you flush it,
Oh boy.
and then clean water comes back in, right? The tank.
Hopefully, unless it's backing up from the river, then that could be a problem.
I mean, I'm hoping it's clean, because when I get thirsty and I stick a straw in there.
You don't want to drink toilet water. Come on.
Well,
Or
not
when you
the
poop in it.
tank, not because it's a toilet
Or when you
tank.
poop and it splashes up on your butt. You want that to be clean.
And there's nothing worse than having to do number 2 right after you get out of the shower.
Oh no.
I know, right?
Because then what? Now you got to retake your shower.
Yeah.
Spread them butt
So-
cheeks open.
So now shower is a passion that you have. Okay, I got that now.
Shower.
Okay, shower,
I gotta have my 2
grandson.
showers a day.
grandson, and Universal Secrets. There you go. Hey, that's a good 3.
I think it's more of a podcast thing than it is just one show.
Yeah, it's I love
Kevin enjoys
I
that.
like a conversation.
Now, do you do any research for Universal Secrets, or does Tiffany
I
do
do
all the
enough.
work?
Tiffany is the interviewer. I'm the dude.
You're the
I'm the
comic relief.
conversation. Well, I do.
He's the producer and the.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask a
Producer?
question.
Well, he's the producer. What?
Yeah, I don't. I'll probably have a question or 2 ready, but Tiffany will have 20. So she likes to have that structure, and I like the free flowing. So.
Right. That's interesting. I like that. Very good. All right,
What's in that cup,
she-
Hale?
Vodka and orange juice.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Liquid.
Yeah. Special drink. I'm
Did
drinking Diet
Tiffany
Coke tonight.
didn't she read for you the other night?
For Ron? Yeah,
Ron Juan?
I think so.
What now?
Didn't Tiffany read for you, or did the
She
cards?
did.
Or whatever?
She did. Yes.
Yeah, she
I
also read me too.
That's right.
I owe her a reading if she wants to get on here. I'll do a reading for her.
A
Definitely.
threesome? Is that what you're saying? She did a threesome the other night.
Don't say it. No, don't get things started now.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Is it a?
So, yeah, and if I remember correctly, Tiffany is going to be off this week, the week coming
Right.
up, right?
Yeah. So it'll just
And I
be
think
Kevin trying to
she's gonna
figure out
visit
how to
her
run it.
parents.
Nari, I'm doing. We're trying something a little different. We're gonna do. You familiar with those Ask Me Anything? They call them AMA.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I've got Nathaniel Gillis coming on, and I'm opening up where we're opening it up to the audience to literally ask him anything within, be as in a respectful way. The focus will be 100% on him. I'll chime in every now and then, but whenever Tiffany is not available, I'm going to try to do those kind of things just to keep more content going, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, that's
So
good.
it's officially called, this will be Spilling the Secrets with Nathaniel Gillis.
All right. And then you should have a phone line have live call.
I don't know. I'm not doing that. That's just too much.
Come on, I'll call in.
Why do you need to call in when you pipe in?
Ron has KGRA on speed dial. Always has.
I do.
Always
Yeah.
will.
Do you have
When
have phone?
when they have, yeah.
I mean,
when
on
they have,
here, this show, do you take calls on this show?
no.
Okay.
I just ask you on the panel, and then you're gullible and you're here.
You're gullible. Ooh,
No
that's
offense.
why we're here. We're gullible.
Ron,
offense.
you do know. Basically, when I come on, I feel like I kind of hijack the show.
No, that's fine. I don't mind that. It's entertaining, and people like you anyway, so they love hearing
Do
what
they?
you have to
I don't
say.
know about.
Yeah.
I don't know if everybody likes me.
Well, except for sometimes you get a little too serious about one topic where people get a little bit embarrassed.
Sex.
What
But
topic's
besides, we don't want to get you started, because Bobby's gonna have to go off screen and he's gonna have to be quiet.
Bobby's gonna turn completely red.
Yeah.
At this
and
point,
start
Bobby
talking
shouldn't.
sex.
Bobby knows what he's getting when he gets me on here on a Friday night after I've hit the Ambien and I've got a.
Right.
Look, he's already starting to turn red.
Bobby's gonna have his own segment after midnight. Pillow Talk with Bobby.
Oh boy.
Bobby, you could do that.
Yeah, Bob.
What?
Mhm. Pillow talk with Bobby.
So now, Bobby, what is your
master player?
What's your
what
passion?
drives your passion? With three things that you are really interested in. What are your three topics that you might want to think about? Great time to share that when we're talking about this other topic, right? There you go.
Now, what's the question again?
What is your three things that you're passionate? What drives your passion about three things that you're interested in? We know you like gaming, right?
Yeah, but
Well,
also like television programming is another thing, and then radio listening is another thing.
Oh yeah, the ham radio. There you go. Yeah, so there's your three things right
what
there.
about your passion for filling in the blanks, Bobby?
Oh yeah,
No.
you got one for him. You got one for him there.
No,
No.
no,
We have the willow trees.
Oh boy.
no,
We hear that rooster crowing.
Oh,
no.
Is that right? Crowing? Is that right? Crowing.
no, that's the wrong word.
Okay. What's the roosters do?
I don't know.
Cock-a-doodle doo.
No, but what do you? I mean, I know that's the. But what do you call that? Is it not crowing? What
It is crowing.
Okay.
It's crowing.
It is, gotcha.
Is it crowing? I
It's
thought it was just a
crowing.
rooster call. I thought it was just a rooster call. I don't know.
And this is why I never finished that climbing game.
You never what?
They had
I
the
never-
climbing game.
The what game?
Go ahead, Bob. You explain it. It's a climbing
It's
game.
it's called a difficult game of climbing. I've been wanting to have Amanda to take a look at it, but I know she's been busy all the time. I just never made the time to finish it because
What are you
Get
climbing?
frustrated. A big rock. You gotta go from, and if you miss your grip and you're falling back into the water, you gotta start over. And they don't make it easy.
Yeah, they never made that. Yeah. And it's always better with a controller. If you try it with a mouse, it's a bitch.
Yeah,
What's your language, Bob?
he is. He is watching his language. You should see when he gets let loose, oh man. So
There
I'll
are
tell you.
some games that are better with a keyboard and mouse, and there are some things with a controller. But if you could go hybrid, like most of the times, having a KM and a gamepad combo. So when you want to do certain things, like getting into the games, that's when you might be able to use your keyboard and mouse. But when you get in the game, that's when you can use your controller.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in certain games, like we used to play a ghost hunting game. When you're doing your
Oh.
journal entry, the keyboard and mouse combo goes in perfect with everything else controller.
What's your controller's name, Bobby? I know what my controller's name. What did you name it?
No.
Name
My
it right
name-
now. Come on, give it a name tonight,
It's
Bob.
Kev. My controller's name is Kevin. So
What
what's
the-
yours?
Okay. I
Come on,
should have either
Kevin,
got
let's
a
go, Kevin.
black one or a blue one, and I didn't
Black
think
one.
about it.
You need to go with
Is the-
black.
Is the black one bigger?
No, they're you see,
You're
there
wrong,
goes
Bobby.
those
You're
racial
serving it up,
slurs
Bobby,
right
and I'm
there.
just knocking it out of the park.
Here
No,
you are
he
with
is.
those racial slurs. What the deuce?
No, his dog.
That's not a
is
racial.
Blackie.
That's
He
a.
should've
It's
got a
not even
black
a
one for-
stereotype. It's a fact.
He
Right?
could have called it Blackie because his dog is named Blackie.
No, but I think
Be quiet, Kevin.
It's black and white. You can name it Oreo.
Yeah, there you go.
no,
Let him
I
name it
don't want
what
to
he
like
wants.
name it because it's got those black sticks and the black buttons and some. And
What would you name it though? Think of a name. What to
What
call
about
your
Snow White?
controller?
Come on,
Snow White.
Ham.
Snow
Call it
White?
Ham.
okay.
Yeah.
Snow White.
I don't know. This just came to my head. Check this out. I remember in high school we had a senior year. We had a computer class. You know, keep in mind, senior year that would have been 85.
In '79, we had like a computer class type of thing early
Yeah.
before it got big. You know.
Yeah, probably around then, Commodore 64 was the computer. You know,
and it was like, oh, I got to get one.
yeah. And I remember, my personality. Well, I'll tell the story, and this because you'll know this is me. This has been me for years. We come into the class, me and a buddy of mine, and we, I guess it was before really class got started. The teacher would let if you on a computer, if there was any games on the computer, she'd let you play. So we walked in one time, and I have to admit, I had a crush on my computer teacher, or the teacher. She's just a beautiful woman. And I would always be extra friendly. And we walk in, and one of our friends is playing on the computer, playing the game. And the computer, it's a big monitor. You couldn't see, you could see his head, but you couldn't really see what he was doing. But he was playing the game. He was so into the game, and you were seeing this, and he was with the game, and it was just hands were jerking. And I walked in. I remember Miss Stewart. I'm like, Mister, what is he doing over there? And she saw it, and she turned red because it looked like he was.
Oh
All right,
my
so-
God. That's the joy of joysticks back in the day.
Joystick, yeah,
You know what the
yep. Do it, Bobby.
um,
Come on. How's the joystick back in the day? Show us again.
that's the joy. Yeah, that's the controller.
No,
that was back in
put
the
your
day.
hand down a little bit.
No.
You almost got him. You almost got him. Oh man. Oh boy.
Bobby, do you ever drink alcohol?
I never did, and I'm not planning to.
Because you're not going to hell. See?
How
Wait a
old
minute.
are
Are
you?
you saying alcohol? You're going to hell for
Yeah,
drinking
I
alcohol?
had those 3 beers at Bill's, and Bobby said I was going to hell.
Is that what you think, Bobby?
That's what he said. He said I'm going to
Alcohol?
hell. Yeah.
Oh, let me guess. And listening to rock music and the devil's music that you're going to hell and all that stuff.
And he lives the voodoo capital of the world.
I want to go to Louisiana.
Yeah.
And
How far are you from
speaking
New
of
Orleans?
the devil, I'm about maybe.
Actually, give
90
him the
seconds.
link. Get Marco on here.
Hey, Marco.
Does
Come
he
on,
wants
get-
to be in? Because we never had
No,
Marco
he doesn't have a
in.
choice. Give him the link.
Has he been on before? He's been on
Marco's
before.
not going to show up. He's
Oh,
not going
come
to show
Yeah.
up.
on.
I'm here. He's not going to show up. He's
Oh,
scared.
let me.
Yeah,
Is he
He's scared.
afraid of you, Maria?
Yeah, he's scared.
Oh, wow.
Well, he had his door left open the other night, waiting for Maria to show up at the house in South Carolina, is it? Whatever.
And he again said my hair is fabulous, which you can't see it. It's dark outside, but thanks, Marco.
Come on, Marco.
But okay, so here's my 3 things. Believe it or not, I got 3 things that I'm passionate about.
Go ahead.
This
I'm
show
good.
is one. This show is one.
Yep.
Obviously, I've been doing it for every Friday for how long? I don't know. If I had to put a number on it, I'd say I put over 500 shows on. Sometimes it was just me talking to myself, but anyway, it still counts as a show, right?
Now the question is, do you answer yourself?
That's
That might be schizophrenia.
No, that's what I was gonna say. That's a classified answer. You have to go back and look at the episode.
You're on mute,
You know?
Maria.
You have to go back and look at the
I
episode.
know. I was just saying I answer myself when I ask
Yeah.
questions.
So anyway, then of course the main show that I really have passion for, of course, is the morning, the music show I do every morning on Mixcler. You know, and again, I've been doing that for over 10 years. You know, maybe not every day, but recently in the last few years, it's been every day, except for when I go on a trip. You know, obviously the internet ain't that great at the hotels most of the time.
Do
So to
you
do
still
a
do
streaming,
Foo Fighters Friday?
I do. Yeah.
Foo Fighters, right? What?
Foo Fighters.
I
Friday.
play an album. I actually in my intro. I play an album, Foo Fighters album, and so I dedicated Friday to Foo Fighters. They did an album called Saint Cecilia, which in 2015 there was a major shooting at a coffee shop at the Eiffel Tower. Okay. And so they were in Mexico doing an album already, and they thought, well, let's put this little EP together, and we'll dedicate it to the people that were affected by that shooting. So they actually gave the album away. It was free for a while, and that's how I got it. I was able to download it for free. I think I actually purchased download just to help somebody out, whoever needed the help. Foo Fighters didn't need the help, but anyway, you know, people that were in that situation. And so I thought that was pretty nice of them to actually give it away for free, though, you know. And I played the 5 songs every Friday on the Friday morning show that I dedicated Foo Fighter Friday. Now I don't play a whole lot of Foo Fighters after that, and actually what I've been doing recently was it's real easy. I can go to Amazon Music. I pay for that. So I pay $10, $14 a month, whatever, for Amazon Music Prime, you know, unlimited. And I can select a playlist, maybe my soundtrack or something, you know, and I can just play random songs through the list, you know, and it just continues to play nonstop until I decide to hit the stop button. But that's really nice, though. And a lot of times they'll have more Foo Fighters come on, on the list, That's one of my favorite things that I selected on my list. I can select a Foo Fighter station and it'll play a lot of more Foo Fighters, or I can select a whole album that I like, that I have most of them already. And so it wouldn't really make no sense to do that. And I can just play my albums I have in my collection.
I
So I
did
have
want to
quite
go
a
back.
few.
Go ahead.
What?
Oh,
Well, yeah.
you remember those shift sticks on cars where there's like a third panel by the brake where you gotta like
Shit.
change the gear while you're still driving? My mom hated it.
Oh,
I
you mean
love. I've always loved driving
the standard shift?
manual transmission.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I love it.
I loved it until my knee said no more. When my left knee said no more, I said automatic. Here I come. And
I
I
think
haven't.
the last stick shift I had was a Dodge Avenger.
Yeah, just whatever. Yeah, my mom hated shift sticks.
So anyway, okay,
Wait a
so we
minute,
got the
chip sticks.
stick shift.
Like the manual transmission.
Well, I know, but I think you never mind.
I thought I heard it wrong myself, and I was repeating what he said earlier.
I thought you
So-
called me a
Man, we got-
dipshit. Is what I thought you said, Bobby.
Well,
You call me
yeah,
a dipshit.
we're not going there. I didn't say that. But
So what? So how did you learn how to drive one? What was the circumstance that you had to learn
me
how to
or
drive one? All of
Bobby?
you, all of
Oh,
you.
okay. Well, I remembered we were driving a '55 Chevy truck. That was my grandpa's truck, and my brother actually got that truck and rebuilt it and everything like that. Which that was a headache because he had to go from 6-volt system to 12-volt system, and trying to rewire everything was difficult. But he did it though. He got it all upgraded and everything was fine. And he painted it and everything like that. But anyway, we learned that it was a 3-speed. All right. And then we were in the cornfield. Of course, that was not the best ride. But we're not going to hit anything in the cornfield, right? But that was at 14. I learned how to drive
Scarecrow.
that. Yeah, right. But at 14, I learned how to drive the stick shift. My brother is 2 years older than I am, so he was old enough to drive. But I probably shouldn't have been driving. But anyway, in a cornfield, who's going to stop you? So. But then I had a couple of cars that had it, and then my like I said, the knee problem was a big problem. And I thought, no, we're gonna go back to just go to the automatic and not have to worry about it.
What
And,
about you, Bobby? When did you?
My mental condition, I was told that due to my mentality difficulties, I was not going to be able to drive a car. But
So nobody taught you?
nobody taught me because of my mental conditions.
That's crazy. No pun intended, but that's a little. I'm sorry, Bobby.
no, I didn't mean that in a bad way.
No,
when I
it's like,
laughing at it.
Bobby, honey, if you want to come up here, I'll teach you how to drive.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
have
I
a
mean,
stick
at the same
shift
time,
anymore.
too, or Bobby, do you feel like you could do it?
I tried it one time and I was able to drive straight. But when it comes to turning, I almost caused a big
You almost made
damage
this.
to a
You almost
city
made
to
the
a
6 o'clock
city-owned
news.
property.
6 o'clock news.
Bobby needs
No,
to
but
get on a
I
racetrack.
almost like Morgan City had the Lady of the Sea and the shrimp boat.
Hmm.
I was trying to do the turn, but the turn came too wide. I was at the Lady of the Sea, and that would have been a disappointment.
Yeah, Kevin, when was the first time you learned how to drive?
Early
And were
20s.
you
Early
yeah,
20s.
early?
I wanted to. I always thought it was a cool thing, and once I learned it, we had a few cars, manual transmission, and then once you started getting kids, then then it was a little, but no, I can still drive it. Who's somebody, it's been a few years. I think I was out, and one of my buddies had been drinking and didn't feel comfortable driving, and to me it's just like riding a bike.
Yeah. So, Maria, when was the earliest you learned how to drive?
To a stick shift.
Whatever, yeah, stick shift, whatever.
I think I was 19. I was
Oh, wow.
18 or 19.
I'm the only one that started driving at 14.
Well, I can remember when I was way younger than that, the stick shift in the column.
Yeah.
I've not done that.
I didn't do that. That was my grandfather's truck, but I do remember I was working at the coal mines, and they told me, it's like, you need to go take samples of these different stockpiles. So I threw the buckets in the back of the truck and jumped in the truck, and I'm like, it's a stick shift.
Mm-hmm.
On the column?
No, thank God. Not on the column,
Mm.
in the floor, but I had never drove one before.
Mm.
So I was like, I remember people talking about this. It's a clutch. You just got to get.
Yeah.
But anyways, so I had to
get the
drive
RPMs up. Yeah.
to go to samples of different stockpiles of coal at that time. So that's how I remember, or I learned how to drive a stick shift.
Yeah. Well, Marco, I don't blame you for enjoying the party and feel like you need to shut down and sit back and relax.
Yeah.
Marco, I've worked all day. I'm tired too. I'm here.
Yeah.
You work all day.
Out to a party.
What do you mean work all day?
Let's see, what time? I got up at a little bit before 5 this morning. I worked my normal job, then I did my second job, and here I am, Marco. You're a puss, just saying.
And then Bobby gets up early and he walks to the store about 4 times, and he's here.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. He gets up early and walks to the store 4 times?
Yeah. He's trying to build up the stock in Walmart so he can own the stock in Walmart, and then he pays himself every time he goes shopping. Yeah, you didn't know that's how that works?
He has someone he has to take care of. So if he's got to walk.
I'm kidding, of course. I'm just having fun. He does go to the store a lot though, but that every time he tries to do something and someone's asking him to go to the store. So
but sometimes I make the call myself.
Yeah, that's right. And he has nicer weather than I got, and he doesn't have to walk 13 miles to the store. So
let me guess, Ron, 13 miles. You had to walk 13 miles to the store, up hills both ways.
Now, have you
in a blizzard?
In a blizzard, 2 feet of snow.
Have you seen my drives at all? You know what my drives look like?
Don't know. I avoid them at all costs.
Why?
Because no, I don't. I just don't. No, Ron. It's just no.
Why? Well, if you've seen the roads where I drive, then it's
Ron, honey. I drive 40 miles one way to work every day.
There's Ubi.
Yeah,
I'll be right
every day. If I am never going to watch a drive video when I have to do that shit every day, 5 days a week. And then if I want to go see my granddaughter, I've got to drive on the weekends too. So no, watching your videos, not ever going to happen.
Not driving.
Oh, Oofy showed up. Woohoo. Yeah. Yay. Maria, can I take you to lunch tomorrow? Yeah, just come on. but bring it because I'm not leaving my house. I don't have to go anywhere this weekend. I'm not
Oh,
leaving
okay.
my house.
Okay. Good. So yeah, I was gonna say the third thing would be
Happy
going.
birthday, Oofy.
Yeah, happy birthday, Oofy. We're gonna have a game night tomorrow at
You.
8/7 Central.
Yeah, music game night. You know, Amanda always puts together the music games. We have to guess the what.
She's going to do that tomorrow?
Yep,
Oh, well, I can definitely do that tomorrow.
at 8 p.m. Eastern. So whatever that is.
7 my time. Okay.
Yep. So you're in the right time. That's right. You're in Central.
Yeah,
Kevin's
I'm in the
Eastern.
right time.
That's right.
Kevin's in that screwed
The
up
right
shit.
time. What's really messed up is when you're driving across country and you can't keep it straight. You can't figure out
No,
what when you're
that is
in.
hard to do.
And
And
when you get
that's another thing that's really weird, but because the time zone, Eastern time is only like 30 miles away.
and you change a whole hour.
Yes, it's 30 miles away, and I change a whole hour, so it's really
Like when I go to
screwed
find
up.
like when I go to Gettysburg next month. You know, that's what I'm going to say. My third thing that I'm really passionate about is going to these conferences when I can go. You know, and able to drive there. And
Hmm.
some people say, "Well, why the hell do you drive? You know, all that time. Why don't you just hop on a plane and go?" Well, to get to the airport, okay, if I go to South Dakota and fly out of Sioux Falls, and that's a 3-hour drive just to get there. Okay.
Hmm.
And if I go to Minneapolis airport, then I got to leave my car in a place that's not the best place to leave your car, you know. And then you get that's a 6 to 7 hour drive just to get there. And so 6 or 7 hours, I'm already in Illinois, quarter of the way that I got to go. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So if you're gonna drive, you might as well just go ahead and drive all the way, you know. And yeah, have you ever heard of that guy?
Nope.
So anyway, I enjoy going to these conferences, but I also like to drive because I enjoy seeing what I can see. You know, I'm not asking to see weird stuff. I'm asking to see like the nature. You know, the different. Like if I see an area that maybe I can prospect at some point. You know, and you can't do that when you're flying. You miss all that. You know, you miss the things that you can see. I don't drive at night though, so I made that change. And you just got to really drive responsibly and drive not in circles like I do sometimes.
Oh
Or
my God.
Like you're in
See,
a NASCAR race?
yeah.
yeah,
Another left turn.
yeah. But like I remember the first time I went to Charles' house and I didn't know where his house was, and I was trying to listen to OnStar. Remember you were watching
OnStar.
that,
Oh my God. I
you
cussed
know.
you constantly because you
And
never used Google Maps.
Andy was watching from UK, and he was watching, and he said,
So that tells you a
"Ron,"
lot, Ron. When somebody in a whole different country, way over there on the other side of the
I
world,
can't tell me which way to go.
telling you your directions, you need to not listen to OnStar. But
Hey,
it
I've been
only took
using
you
Google.
3 years.
I've been using Google Maps now. Come on, that's been working a lot better. And then of course RL, who's in Canada, he's on the island in British
That's
Columbia, right?
D&D boy, not RL.
Oh, C&D boy, yeah, RL's in Wisconsin. That's right. And you're
Yeah.
in Louisiana. So I had C&D boy and Bobby, two Bobbies, right? How many Bobs? How many Bobs would take me to get there, right? Crazy.
I am not answering that question.
But no, Chantel actually said that when she was at Bill's. She mentioned that. She was laughing about that one because she came up with it.
You got to
Uh,
meet Chantel.
yeah, and her mom.
Oh, wow.
So
That's
yeah,
great.
yeah. And got to meet the guy that did the documentary that he showed at the conference, Darcy Weir,
And we had
and
him
then his
on a few nights ago.
yeah, and then his co film partner, not just in work partners, his co partner in the filming for the documentaries and stuff, and they're finding all kinds of weird stuff they're going to be able to share. So,
He's a
but
good guy.
this documentary that we saw at the conference, so I knew of the UFO in Canada from 1968, whatever it was. I actually read that report and actually seen some of the documentary on it before. And was like, okay. And then he's bringing that up in his documentary. It's like, I already know about that one. But, I mean, it's still good because you get to learn, maybe you miss something. Sometimes when you watch something 2 or 3 times, then the third time you get, oh, now I get it,
Right.
Sometimes the first 2 times you actually blank it out, most of the time 'cause you don't believe in it. You know what I mean? So,
Yep. What are you eating, Bobby?
Some gray.
And what are you drinking?
Water.
Coke. Oh, water?
Yeah.
Bread and water. Are you in jail or something? What's going on over there?
Oopie says you seem sleepy, Kevin.
I am tired. And
Oh, wow. All that work all day long.
I do. I work. I have a real job.
Really?
Yes.
How come I never heard that?
You never heard?
No.
The podcasting thing is 100% for fun. That
Okay.
I have I work IT job and
Oh, okay. I don't think you ever explained that before. All right.
I do. So,
Or you
but I work from home.
Okay. Yeah.
I
You
get to
never really,
work from home. Yeah.
you don't have to drive anywhere to do. Okay.
I don't. Actually, probably the last. Let me go back. How far? 7. It's been at least 10 years, except for 1 year. I went into the office, but most of my last 10 years, I've worked from home.
Are you like if I call you for a tech problem?
No, I'm not like tech support. As I'm kind of more of a business analyst, project manager type work. So
interesting. I like that. Okay.
busy, a little chaotic, stressful, and
okay. And then I can't really ask that. I guess. Anyway, I'll keep that thought to myself.
At this time of night, you ask you.
Is it
You can say what you want to say because I'm going to ask.
Okay.
I'm going to ask what I want to ask.
Okay, not asking the amount. I'm not asking that. I'm asking how does the pay structure work when you work at home? Do you take orders from the company or do you get orders from the?
It's structured. It's just no different than the organization.
I like that idea.
Yeah, I mean, right now. I mean, I was working from home before COVID. Working, COVID made a lot of companies realize that you can be productive from home.
Right.
Yeah, you're
capable. Which we kind of knew that before, but they weren't really letting us do that.
No, because their concern, a lot of companies, is that, well, if you're not in the office, you're probably not being very productive. And
they're probably right in
some cases, you're right. But if that's if you've got a list of assignments or things to get done, and if you're not getting your work done, if I'm working from home and I'm not capable of meeting deadlines, then they're gonna fucking fire me.
Then you're not gonna have a job. Exactly.
You're not gonna, right. If you're not gonna. So, with me, it's like I don't turn the TV on like when I'm home. I'll have music playing all day. But I don't let things distract me, and it's like I work got in my living room, and if you go in my little workstation there, there's 3 monitors. So I've got I'm staying busy
Oh
all
wow. Okay.
Yeah. So, Ufi, Maria, I used to have the Albert and Costello episodes on DVD. And then one of them actually had it at the start of the show about who's on first, who's on second, and who's on third.
Abbott and Costello, right?
Yeah. And
I don't know what that means.
I can say
Yes, I do.
don't get me. Yeah, I see Stargate, but
I do believe that. I really do.
Oh, okay.
But it depends on, is that a physical thing or is that a spiritual thing? But I do believe spiritual wise, yes.
Well, now, yeah. Now, if you go back, I like how you put that from the spiritual perspective. But if you go back and looked at the Discovery, Star Trek Discovery show, that thing got me so damn confused. I can't remember the timeline of how everything is working because I thought for some reason um, uh, Spock was way later in the Star Trek series of different seasons or different shows altogether. He was way later in the scene, you know what I mean? And now here he is on Discovery, which was a classified, non existent ship, you know? And the funny thing is, they have so many of the same stories that all the other ships are going in line with. Like Voyager was found in a different part of the quadrant of the galaxy, in quadrant D or something like that. You know, they got put over there from some weird thing that happened. You know, and they're trying to forever the whole season or the whole series. They're trying to get back to the quadrant A, which is where Earth is. You know, and the right time and everything like that. And to try to make that happen was next to impossible because they were put over there by accident. You know, with some weird scientific thing that happened. And then they had to use another entity to get them back to at the end of the season. No spoilers here, you know. Nobody watches that show anyway, so not worried about that. But in Discovery, you know, they talk about the Discovery had the ship USS Discovery had a drive called a spore drive. All right, they can jump from universe to universe and totally different place. And they can blink in and blink out, just like what they're talking about the UFOs doing, right? So that's what made me think about that. You know, what maybe they got something like that where they're able to just go from point A to point B in seconds, where from our thinking it would take a lifetime to get there. You know, and if we could even get there in that lifetime, you know what I mean? It'd take a generation, possibly hundreds of years, you know, and we'd be long gone before we even got there, you know, at our age. So, but the spore drive is something where they have been able to use that blink in and blink out technique and be able to navigate through a so-called wormhole, like what you're talking about, and get to a certain point in time and then right back. And they can do that several times at whatever time, you know. So they're getting to the point in the series where they have to destroy the Discovery because the enemy is trying to get a hold of it, right? So they discovered a way that they can open a wormhole, physically open a wormhole, and fly the Discovery through the wormhole to the other universe to where it would be in the future forever, you know? So you'd have to watch it and see what I'm talking about. It's actually a pretty interesting series.
Kevin, has Goldfinger ever tried to hack your security?
Goldfinger.
Who's
Like-
Goldfinger?
Like Goldfinger from James Bond? Is Is that like some hacker that goes by Goldfinger? I stay out of that part. I don't deal with any of our cybersecurity. So if people are hacking or trying to hack, it doesn't make it to me. And I would say likely not, because I've not recalled any time where we had any type of issue with someone hacking our work. So I guess not. Now,
That's good.
gold member from the movie Goldman. Was it Goldman, right? Goldman?
I don't
What
know.
was the Austin Powers? Is it Gold?
Austin Powers, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Now, we're going to revise this one because he said some corrections. In your opinion, is it reasonable to hide the truth in a lie or even in a nice sci-fi movie?
There's always subtle, or either, I think a lot of movies or documentaries, they try to, if they can kind of slip something in there subtly, make you think.
I think that's a good way to do it. Yeah.
Andy in the house.
Hi, Andy.
Andy, now you can send all the Skype pictures to Maria and Kevin.
Smooth
Send them
as
here
butter.
so we can show them on screen.
Oh, no.
Come
then
on,
we
Ron.
can't
It's
show
after
that.
11. Jeez.
Yeah, but we didn't say the age appropriate or not, whatever.
Oh my goodness.
We didn't
First
set
of
the
all, if there's
restriction.
any kids up this late, what the hell kind of parents do they have?
Well, there's no school, so they could be up late.
Oh, Kevin, let's not talk about that.
What?
4 a.m.
Oh,
He's not on here watching a show, though. He's probably watching another show, but
He's
Yeah, it's like
another show,
4:30.
quick.
It's like
hide
4:30 in the morning in UK.
Andy
Yeah.
wakes up early. Just saying.
yeah. He's waiting for the sun to come up, then he'll go to sleep because he's a vampire. He's
Yep.
Andy sets his alarm is
6 o'clock.
no, it's his alarm is the intermission transmission. That's what
Oh.
in his alarm. Your voice is waking him up.
Well, what's interesting is sometimes he will tell me something that's happening in the news here before we even see it on the news.
Oh, so he's from the future, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
He's a
And
time traveler.
He'll tell me about something that is in the news, and he'll say, it'll be on the news today. And sure enough, lunchtime news, here comes the story he was just telling me about.
See, he's doing it
Like-
wrong. Why would he tell you it's in the news when he should say, I predict this will happen. And then all of a sudden it happens, and your mind, it's a mind fuck.
Well, my mind is blowing already because of how he comes up with this stuff, and I don't know how he gets the news source before it happens. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Maybe Andy makes the news.
Yeah. So I'm glad that he shares the info before it happens, and then it's like, oh, I already knew about that. I'm not worried about that at all.
Can he pick the lottery numbers before?
He
You
won't
pick?
share
That's
that
wrong.
info. That's classified info. So,
Bobby,
Anyway.
what are you doing over there?
Nothing much. I'm just checking on some things, see what's up.
oh,
Are you on
he's
your
gonna-
phone?
He's texting his girlfriend.
No,
no.
I was just checking my Discord chats.
He's looking out for Vivi's comments somewhere.
Yeah.
No.
Venus.
Oh,
Yeah, we miss her. Where's she at?
Yeah, it's been a long time since we've seen Venus. What's going on with her?
I don't know, Bobby. You need to hit her up and find out. She's your girl. Come on.
Is she in your closet, Bobby? I remember she was talking about she was in your closet before.
Oh, yeah.
really?
Yeah. She was
Is she?
talking about that. No, Venus.
It's in his
Venus
closet.
Venus was in Bobby's
Bobby.
closet before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like by her own will, or is it Bobby got her
mental transport. She was in there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, she hasn't even been recognizing my messages.
Oh.
She's a busy girl, honey. Just one of
Yeah,
those
and then
things.
who knows what she does for work as far as how busy it can keep her, you know, especially with all the different things that are happening now around the world and or around this, at least this country anyway.
Marco,
we
you
got,
can take your bottle of vodka out of my freezer because I don't drink that shit.
like I said, we had flooding here in the north really bad, and it's it's strange. A town called Waterville in the north. Their roads are washed out and they're flooded. Like,
So
well,
let
that's
me
a strange.
guess. The town of Snowville is like, and the town of Wetville is,
Yeah.
and the
And
town of Bangville is,
Yeah.
and the town of Cock-a-doodle-dooville, Bobby.
No. Let's just focus on Opie's statement. And, and let's
All right, let's focus, everybody. According
So-
to, go ahead, you read. I'm sorry.
according to Birch, community is a mistake created by EVs or them. What do you think about it?
Mistake.
I don't think it's a mistake. No, the mistake is people trying to second
Why
guess.
does he think it's a mistake? If you think it's a mistake, I smell insolence right there.
I didn't
Or
agree
he's
with
just
the. I
completely
didn't agree
nuts.
with the guest that was on Marina and Anthony's show last night, and then Oofy tried to ask him some simple questions, and he kept ignoring Oofy's question.
So you saying the guest was a fraud or something? Or were you
No, he
talking?
wasn't. No, he wasn't. He was just he had a little more he had a higher energy, a little more aggressive than most, and his idea of things were the only right way, and anyone else with a different opinion probably didn't get too far with this discussion. So, and then Oofy tried to ask about his personality, and if you go back and look at the chat, and it's quite comical actually. But he just like ignored her question, and if he did answer it, he didn't really answer it very well. He kept laughing at our chat. Yeah.
I guess the chat was funny. Benny.
All right. Well, I'm going to bail. It's time for me to go to bed and do
Well,
nothing tomorrow.
Thank you for visiting. Yep.
Okay.
And,
Good night, guys.
Have a great
Bye.
night.
See ya.
Oh yeah, I definitely love the mic Marco gave me. It's like a podcaster's microphone.
Show me. Can you put it in front of the camera?
Yeah, it sounds good.
Let me see if I still got the pick.
Wait a minute. You're not using the microphone?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I am.
Well, then where is it?
I just had to send you a pic.
It's on the cord. It's on a USB cord.
I know, but you can't like put it in front of the camera?
No. It's an integrated webcam.
Oh,
I'm trying
that
to
is
find
the
out where I
camera.
need
Oh,
to
duh.
go.
How you're that's that you
Well, Bobby, you sent it to me on Skype. You got it on Skype, I think.
Trying to find it right now.
Yeah, you had sent it to me on Skype.
Hang on. Almost there.
So yeah, I mean, I didn't have any problem with the guest necessarily. I just didn't like his high energy personality.
Gotcha.
And
Yeah, here we go, right here.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
yeah. And that was nice of Marco to donate that to Bobby.
Very nice.
Yeah, he didn't like the idea of having to hold the mic while I'm doing the shows and
Yeah, he
stuff.
was doing the karaoke mic you had, right?
It's like a gaming console microphone for like when you do karaoke games. You just
But
plug it
one
up to
thing,
the
yeah,
console.
the one thing I did like about what the guy was talking about last night was that we don't know exactly how everything is after this life. You know, like some people say that it goes this way or that way, and it doesn't go any way that they're telling us. It's going to be totally different than what we even anticipate. I mean, if it is supposed to go the way that we read about in the Bible, for instance, you die, then you go to be with God, and you wait for the judgment, right? That's what it says. You're not coming back to earth to float around and say, "Hello, hey, here I am." Your human spirit is with God, waiting for judgment day. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what it says in the Bible. Now, if we don't understand that correctly, then we're missing something, and we're floating around planet Earth trying to tell people about what's happening. You know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when I do my chatter session, for instance, with my apps, I have spirits from 400 years ago talking to us. You know, now if they're human spirits, obviously they've been floating around the earth 400 years.
Mm-hmm.
We had one today from 1744 or whatever it was,
I think
1770,
it was
1774.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause it was almost 76. I was saying, oh, that was the independence, 1776, right? So 1774, what was going on there? And I had some from 1500s, you know. And depending on what time frame the spirit is from when they say it, they'll usually say 1000, whatever, 1542, for instance. They'll say something like that. Where I would say 1542. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, what is that now?
Kevin, when you wake in the morning, is the one you anticipated waking into or a different one? Would you know the difference?
Meaning yourself.
I mean, 5 of those mornings of my mindset is my job. So I'm for the most part, I'm waking up with that mindset of working.
Work.
So,
Interesting.
Ron, I have a question for you when it comes to God.
Oh, go ahead.
If I was to proclaim I was God, would you believe me?
No.
I mean, well, first of all, why not?
Well, could you answer the simple question of how we all started?
I can tell you what I can say what I would say. I mean, why wouldn't you? So it almost sounds like are you wouldn't be putting faith in me then, right?
I
In my
wouldn't put
words.
faith in you as
But
the
you're putting
creator
faith in the other one.
because he's not here to argue with.
He's
All
not
right.
here, period.
All right. So for instance, have you ever seen anybody that claimed that they're Jesus?
I've heard people.
Okay. I had a guy running down the street one time, and he wasn't claiming he was Jesus, but he was claiming he saw Jesus. Okay.
Mm.
Now, according to the New Testament, go and read it yourself if you want to research it and find out what I'm saying is true or not. read that scripture, and it says, "You will know me by the marks of the cross." Okay?
Yeah.
Jesus is the only one that died on the cross for everyone's salvation. Whether you believe that or not, it's in the Bible. That's what we are to believe. Okay? Now, Bobby agrees with me. See that? Now, and Bobby's a totally different faith than I am. But the point is, we both agree on that part. Okay? Now, if the marks of the cross are not on the person that they're trying to claim is Jesus, then he's not Jesus. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
So the point is, Jesus said, "You will know me by the marks of the cross." And what did Jesus present in the upper room to the 12 when he went to go show doubting Thomas? Remember, he said, "Check to see if I'm a physical, solid being first."
All right.
And he said he's not a ghost, like what they were afraid of, right? And he said, "Look at the nail prints. Look at the crown of thorns. Look at the hole in the side from the spear." Those things were clear that they were physical marks left by the cross, and that only he has those marks, and nobody else will have those marks. So anyone coming to say, "I'm Jesus," if they don't have the marks of the cross, it ain't Jesus.
Yeah. So going back to Ufi, she was talking about reality. If you would have woke into a different reality as it was if like yesterday.
You wouldn't know, would you?
No answer? Like really?
Kevin's working
I
on.
don't know.
Kevin's
I didn't
working
know if it was a question to me or is that just y'all were just throwing it out.
on, just in general, just a question out there, and want everyone to answer.
I mean, we're in the moment. I'm just in the moment. I don't get caught up too much about, you know, if I I don't put a lot of, when I wake up in the morning, I'm in work mode. I don't, no. So I'm not a morning person. So I don't want to overthink shit. Use lube.
What about
Who is he saying use lube?
He's just saying it.
yeah? What about the assertion that everyone's a part of God and the opposite?
Well, he created all of us.
Yeah.
That's one story.
Well,
Yes.
how would we get here if he didn't create it?
Well, you've heard of panspermia. I can buy into the notion that we were put here by other beings. There's that panspermia, the life that's floating around in space and on a freaking rock, and the rock lands on.
You can believe that over the.
I believe
created.
that over God making Adam and Eve. Yes.
Oh,
I do.
really?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. And then okay,
Wow.
let's think logically. You got Adam and Eve. Then how's the world get popped? Is Adam and Eve the first two that God made? Right?
Yeah, that's a good question because I don't have an answer for that. And
Okay,
if I was claiming to be God like you, okay, you're saying that you're God and I'm supposed to believe in you as God. But if you're asking me that question, then that tells me you're not God because you don't know that answer.
I'm not saying as God. I'm not saying I made life.
Okay.
I mean, because in theory, if I made life, if I made Adam and Eve, then they've got to, it's got
okay. What I would suggest is that,
Okay.
and then that's incest because that's the only two, and that's gross, and then there would be genetic defects, And then how are people on the other side of the planet?
But then you got the same problem with Noah, and you only had 8 people left on the planet, and then all of a sudden they're the only 8 people left, and then what?
I don't. Well, first of all, the Noah's Ark thing, I don't buy at all.
But
Yeah.
what do you do with that though?
What do you mean?
Okay. What do you do with that? 8 people left on the planet, according to the story. What do you do with
All
it?
right.
Well, you just said it. It's a story, and it's a story that's been passed down and interpreted. The religion, everything. It's out of fear.
All right.
That's my take. And again, if you buy into the notion that Adam and Eve were the first, then
Yeah.
it's literally it's sick to think how they procreated. How the world.
Well, let's look at when Cain got kicked out of the garden, right? Because he killed his brother, right?
No, that was Adam and Eve. Cain never was around. But we're going to switch gears. We're going to switch gears. Okay.
Yeah, Bobby's
Do you
producer.
think
Let him switch gears.
Do you think whatever you put in your head is what you dream about? My answer is no.
It can't. I know. I can't. Yeah. There's times when I've got something in my head noodling for a bit, and then I fall asleep, and yeah, sometimes that thought translates into or continues into dreamland.
Okay. Yeah.
Now back to my thought with Cain after he killed Abel, right?
Well.
Now listen, Bobby, listen. When Cain got put out, actually they all got put out of the garden. Okay.
Cain never was around. Cain never was around.
Cain killed Abel. What do you mean Cain wasn't around?
Cain and Abel, that was after they got thrown out of the garden. So yeah. So
okay, right. Then he left. Listen, the story of Cain.
Okay, that's it. Perhaps God doesn't care about his creations involving mortality issues, or what do you think, Kevin?
I don't believe in God. So
unmute me, Bob. Don't mute me again.
Yeah. So yeah.
Now,
I'm
can I
not sure
finish my
about
thought?
becoming turtles, but
where did Cain go after they got kicked out of the garden? He went to the other mountain to marry someone over there. Remember the story? Look it up in Genesis. He left to go marry a wife on the other part of the world.
And how did he get to the other part of the world? How did he get to the other part of the world?
Took his horse, or he walked, or whatever.
To the other part of the world.
Yeah. Remember, go and look at it in Genesis. Look it up in Genesis. Read the story of where Cain went to.
But again, you're reading stories that you really think that what you're reading did in fact happen.
I wasn't there, so I can't really say.
Right, and then in different religions and cultures, some of those stories were told. Some of those are the whole world being flooded. All right, now we do have creatures that were found in the United States. We can't figure out where they came from. You're not going to sell me on the fact that a 900-year-old man made this gigantic wooden Titanic, was able to get 2 of every animal on. Now, what we said this the other night. Do I buy into some type of DNA bank? That it was, there was a type of ship or something, and that the flood did happen, and what they did, whoever did, was created this ark or whatever you want to call it, did get DNA
from each animal.
Animals, right? Yeah. But then again, not every animal is accessible in that location. There would have been animals on the other side of the world.
And yet we have roaches and mosquitoes and
I know.
spiders that kill us and snakes even. We still have snakes. Holy cow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You would think that if they were smart enough, they wouldn't have included all those different kind of things.
But
Okay.
it does
You-
the whole religion God thing. It can make for good conversation because
Yeah.
the truth is I do have my own thoughts, but I'm very open to a conversation.
Yeah.
And I
Can
certainly don't
you-
mean to, I
Can
don't
you
mean to argue.
imagine? Can you imagine your caveman ancestors walking around a campfire talking about the origins of anything?
No,
And I don't think
my caveman ancestors were the ones that created s'mores. They had
Yeah.
marshmallows and chocolate. They're the ones that got that started.
The s'mores, yeah.
and I don't think unicorns ever existed,
Uh-oh.
if any at all.
Uh-oh.
Well, I could think Goofy's point is that, you know, it's why is it so far fetched to not think unicorns?
Dragons, we
Exist.
talk about dragons, and we believe dragons. Actually, there's some proof in historical writings that dragons did exist.
Mhm.
So what are you going to do then? I mean, they got drawings of dragons that we can't explain where they came from. What are they? You know?
And then you see, just things that were built back in the day in images of snakes or dragons. I mean, what was that influence? What were they seeing?
I don't know.
Yeah.
And
who knows? I mean,
I was laughing about talking about historical things. I was laughing about the meme that I saw that somebody had shared. She shared it from somebody else, and then she got banned and questioned. Yeah, we're going overtime. Yeah, Bobby, thank you. Talking to myself. But anyway, time is irrelevant, right? But where the all the people were carrying these big stones to build the pyramids. Did you see that meme? And then the meme made the point of it's kind of silly to think that all these people built the pyramids. The Egyptians built the pyramids, right? By hand. They carried the big stones, they're all underneath these heavy stones, and they're moving them by hand to build the pyramids, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, of course, that didn't happen. We know that. But anyway, the meme was just pointing out that, everybody's got a story.
Right.
And so, I mean, if we, the main thing that any story does is it makes you think. Okay? That's the main thing. Time is an illusion. Well, no, time is time, and we just don't understand everything about it. We understand time in 24 hours because that's what we're trained to think. Okay? Out in space, there's no 24 hours. Our 24-hour clock ain't going to work out in space. So, yeah.
My friends, I've got to call it a night.
All right, yeah.
I think we're
too.
about ready to get covered. I think we're about ready to hit as well.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Thank you for letting me join you. It's always fun. And we'll do this more. We'll do a topic.
Yeah, let's discuss some of our angles. We don't have to agree on them. We don't have to argue over it or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's just have a discussion.
Sure.
An honest, heartfelt discussion. And we might piss some people off. And but we're not talking about as a matter of fact, this is how it is, because everyone's gonna have a different opinion. But let's talk about origin. There you go. Origin. The word origin. So think about origin. It could be of ourselves, it could be of aliens, it could be of UFOs, it could be of whatever you want to talk about. Think of origin, where the beginning of something started. And you come up with your own idea of what you want to share and talk about. If you want to talk about the origin of man, how it might have come about, some scientists say that we evolved over several thousand years. I don't believe that either. But But I think your idea of being planted here of some sort, and we kind of grew up in this way, and somehow that happened. I don't understand all that either, but that could be an angle that you can bring to the table.
I mean,
Yeah.
then again, would it? I don't know. I mean, would we want to know the answer to everything?
But some of the discussion is mainly just to point to an observation, and then if it makes anybody happy, great. If it makes other people think about an answer or try to look up some of the, that's what we're trying to get, is people active into making the research happen. Okay. If you wanted to ask about the Noah's Ark, I think the DNA idea is a very good idea. Okay. How did Adam name all the animals? Remember, Adam named all the animals. How the heck did he name all the animals?
For real? I didn't know he named all the animals.
Yeah.
You mean what? Named them like what?
Horse.
Oh, wait a minute. He named Adam. Noah named all the animals.
No, Adam named the animals from the
Adam.
beginning. Yeah.
Okay. I don't remember.
If you look
I don't remember that story.
No, look at the story in Genesis. Go back and research this for next week. Genesis talks about God brought all the animals to Adam. And he gave them the name. Adam named them, not God. Adam named them.
Do you want? Eventually, we'll get to. Can we get to the point where we figure out what these numbers on my head represent?
The 666 number? Oh. Anyway, that's a whole nother topic.
All right. I'm out of here. Bobby, Ron, love you guys.
Good night.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
All right.
Good night. Good night.
All right.
Kevin.
Y'all take care.
So
good night.
Yeah. So we have Marco, Boofy, Maria was here, Rockstar was here. I think Maureen was here. Andy was here. So
we had a pretty full house today.
Yeah, I can say that.
Started out slow, but then everybody woke up and showed up.
Yeah.
Marcus just keeps streaming. He's drunk though. You don't.
Yeah, I just like had that little pop in my head, and it's like, man, I just need to like try to get going.
All right. Well, yeah. Go ahead and close it up.
I forgot about RL. Thank you, RL.
Yeah, thank you.
Uncle, I'm trying to do a show. The pros for reminding you that you should continue listening and watching the Errt video on your favorite device on Mixer, Podbean, YouTube, Facebook, Trouble, Odyssey, and Remote. And donate while you can by going to ertvideo.com and hit the PayPal button. But if you have 40 hours, you can have this glorious hat while supplies last. Because if you do that, I'll come in my spaceship. I will beam you up. You better pray to your God because you don't know what's going to happen to you and your boy. Thank you.
And it's actually more black than that picture showed. That was lighting it when they took the picture. I don't know why. But anyway, we'll have to take a picture of this hat and then we'll look more like it. Yeah, Marco, thank you. And yeah, we're kind of wore out here, and but that's a good topic to discuss that without getting mad at anyone. And we're just gonna have our own thoughts and discussions about that, and we don't have to be argumentative about any of it because none of us know the answer, Bobby.
That's
All
it.
right, so just have a fun conversation about what if it was this way or whatever, and it's gonna be totally everyone's gonna have their own opinion and different thought in their mind to share. So allow that to happen, allow them to discuss it. And I think it'd be fun to do that without being angry and argumentative with anybody, just sharing our thoughts.
Yeah.
And about the guest last night on Marina and Anthony's show, I don't mean anything negative about him. I just thought he was a little high energy, a little aggressive on the
Yeah, he
uh,
doesn't. It was mentioned that he had a sense of humor.
yeah, but I mean, I thought he made some good points, and I thought he was a great guest overall. I have to admit that, but um, I just don't like it when somebody's like,
Like the last guest that they had,
yeah,
he was so offensive.
yeah. I mean, it was like one guy that Craig and the Three Beards had on talking about Bigfoot or something. Can't remember his name, but he was talking about some weird stuff about that, and I was like. And then he talked about doing something that you shouldn't even talk about. Uh, talking about life or death. But anyway, if you remember that show or not. But it was like, holy cow, you can't really say that on, on a radio show. Come on now.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of weird. And but yeah, sometimes guests are like that. They're really trying to get their point out, and I know that's what it is. They're just trying to share their message. So we got to be patient with that, and we got to allow that to happen. That's what we're trying to do here is allow the message to get out. And we might not agree with it sometimes, but then somebody needs to hear it. So that's why they're trying to share it. Okay. So
Yeah.
when we have the religious discussion and uh, uh, not really a debate, but a discussion, and we all have our own viewpoints. Let's allow that message to get out there. Allow them to share their message,
Yeah.
and nobody's going to be right or wrong, and we're just going to have fun expressing our thoughts. And I'd recommend if you want to do research on it, bring some notes. Bring some evidence. Bring some.
Yeah.
Need scriptures to bring if you want to bring them. Bring them. Share them. Like I mentioned Genesis, you can look it up
Yeah.
and look up some of the things I talked about. And so, I mean, you can verify that just by reading it. And if you believe in the English Bible and the translation we're using, and that's fine. But if not, then bring what you believe in, and we'll just share that. And I think it'll be fun. So just keep it
Yeah.
lighthearted and not as a matter of fact idea. 'Cause we're not really trying to prove anything. We're just trying to present ideas and then let people think about that. Okay.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
if it creates a stir in their mind to look up something and to maybe get some information about something and then share their thought. Hey, who knows?
Yeah.
Might
Yeah.
get
Let's. Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right, yep. All right, we're out of here. You can close it up since you started closing.
Yeah. All right. Thank y'all for watching.
Good night.
Yeah. I forgot about it.
I'll close it. I got